Good morning, everybody. It's your Busy Bee retiree coming right back at you in the raw again. I did a video on applying a liquid foundation where I did the moisturizer first, but today I'm going to do a mineral powder foundation where I do the moisturizer after that. So I wanted to show you how to do that and tell you why I do it that way. So I'll tell you what, anybody who thinks doing these videos are easy, they're not. I mean, there's so much to think about before you get on here. Do you have your products all? Are your phones turned off? How's the lighting? Did the thing even turn on? There are so many different factors that you have to think about. But anyway, hopefully this all works out. And I always worry about the length of it, so I apologize for that. I'm going to learn how to cut my videos down and splice them together, but I'm not there yet, so bear with me on that. And anyway, stick around because this video is going to be full of a lot of different little tips and tricks that I have learned over my 76 years. Yes, and I owned my own day spa for 20 years. I'm a licensed managing esthetician and also a licensed managing nail technician. So had the spa for 20 years, retired, and now I'm out here enjoying life. And I just ask you to come along for the ride and see what's buzzing around in my house today or what I'm doing. So a lot of topics I'll be talking about and sharing knowledge that I've learned over these years. And I like to pass that information along. So come buzz around with me, okay? So remember, stick around because I have a tip that I just did this morning. I just came out of the shower and I spray my hair first after I comb through it. I spray it and I use Lange because I don't normally tell you the products I'm using. I don't sell them. One day I might have an Amazon shop or whatever. I don't know, but I don't right now. But people comment and ask me, could I tell you what products I use? So I will do that in this video, okay? So this one is Lange Très Chic. Très Chic. I'm not French, so Trois Chic. And what is neat about this, honestly, if you've never seen this, check out Lange, and I should be a rep for them. Because this is the first hairspray I have ever seen that has 3 settings for how much it shoots out. You have light, medium, and heavy spray. I mean, I own my own spa. I sold tons of different products of hairspray. Never did any of them have 3 settings. Maybe I'm wrong, but not, this is the first I've ever seen. But anyway, what it does also is it holds your hair, but your hair still feels soft. So I should be a sales rep for Lange, I know, but I'm not. So anyway, that's what I do. I spray my hair. So I have natural curly hair, but I guess I would say maybe natural wavy hair. So my daughter's the one that got blessed with those beautiful ringlets. So gorgeous. So anyway, I spray my hair when it's wet. I just crunch it up, and then I spray it. Then I take these clips, and yeah, they came from Lange too. They're really nice and solid. And so I just clip my hair up all over, and then I spray it again, and then I'll go and sit underneath my dryer, or I'll just walk around like this half the day and let it air dry. So that's one thing I do. The other thing I'm going to tell you, a little secret, is if you have grays that come in between your appointments to get your color or your highlights, whatever, I found this thing right here. And again, I don't sell any of these, but this is called Tween Time. And that will get you in between your appointments to get your color or your roots touched up. So I just take this and run water over it, get it wet, and then I just hold my hair and I just go like this. Okay? I try to keep it off the scalp as best as possible. I just pull that hair up. See? Pull that hair up and just touch it. That's all you have to do. Just wet it and pull it up, and believe me, it will get you in between tween time your appointments. So that's another tip for you today. You're going to get loaded down with tips today. So let's get into the makeup, okay? As you know, you can use all types of makeup, liquid, cream, powder, mineral powder. Mineral powder to me is better than just plain powder. Mineral is 100% mineral makeup. So that's a good thing. It just becomes your skin. So anyway, and in my spa, which was called Spalon, S-P-A-L-O-N, of Sarah Morris, and I came up with that word because I thought, what am I going to name this spa whenever I was going to open it? So I sat down one day and I wrote all these words down on paper, and I put spa and salon and beauty and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden it just came to me, and I said, oh my gosh, put a P in with salon and you have Spalon, which I was a salon and a day spa. So it made perfect sense, Spalon of Sarah Morris. So there I sold Eminence. And again, I'm not selling it here, but it's a great product. This comes from Hungary, and it is loaded in the barrel with the foundation or a bronzer or your translucent powder, whatever shade you want. This one is their bronze shade 5. So I use this when I want to look like I have a tan. And one of my comments on my other video was your foundation looks darker than for your hair. Well, I like to look like I have a tan. I just like that tan look. So again, you know what? At 76, who cares? I don't care. I don't care. You know, I'm happy to be here. And makeup to me is like when you cook. You don't have to follow that recipe. You don't have to put the same amount of this and that in like the recipe says. Same with makeup. You do you. Like I always say, you do you. Okay, what works for you, do it. Okay? So anyway, got out of the shower, washed my hair, face really good, okay? And I have not put anything on my skin, just patted it dry. I do finish with cold water. Cold water will close your pores. Cold water is not going to balance the pH in your skin, but it will close your pores. So I use really cold water on my face and my hair, okay? So the reason when I'm doing mineral makeup, if I put, because I like to mix my vitamin E oil and whatever moisturizer I'm using that day, I like to mix those two together. So if I put that on my face right now, I'm not going to be able to go right in here and use this brush and start fluffing it on. This brush is just going to pick up all that oil and moisturizer. And that's why I do the foundation powder, mineral powder first. So, and again, remember, this is a foundation. This is not just a bronzer for me today. When I use a cream or a liquid foundation, then this becomes my bronzer. So watch the other video to see where I place it then. So anyway, so let's go into the foundation, bronzer, okay? Because I want to look tan, okay? So anyway, you can start anywhere you want. I usually start up here in the corner. Make sure you go back in the hairline, come over to the other side, brush across the top as you work your way down, okay? I go over, close the lid, fluff over, and catch the cheeks. Try to be as even as possible. Around the mouth. Over the nose. Remember, it's a foundation. You're not using it as a highlighter right now. It's your foundation. And this is still not winter. We're going into, it is spring now. It just became spring. Here we are in March. So, and yes, I have some freckles and I have a couple spots on my skin. But again, I don't have to be perfect. So, you know, am I going to worry about them? Not really. But what I can do is, this one here is, oh gosh, what is this one called? Tarte. It's like a highlighter or a concealer more. So I don't even pull that out. I just take my little pinky finger and just a touch, just a tiny touch, and I go right in here on both sides. Maybe I need a little bit more, but I don't go crazy on that one. Just a little touch right in there. Close the lid and bring it up into the lid, because I notice even in some of my pictures, my eyes must be so deep set that it really creates a shadow in there. And that's usually the case with most people. You kind of have that shadow, a look. So I don't always do this every day, you know, depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going. So it's not something I do every day, but for the sake of the video and to show you, I thought, okay, I'm gonna incorporate it. Now I have a little blemish, no, it's not a blemish, so to speak, but a little spot right there. So I could go in there, but again, I'm not super worried about having that. I think that's a little sunspot there, really. So that's it. So that was, shade was, actually it's spelled T-A-P-E, which sounds like tape, but I'm sure it's pronounced taupe, but it's T-A-P-E. T-A-P-E. Okay, so that was that one. Now, because I did that, I may go back over and I may do a little bit more. And just go over what you did, so it kind of blends. Make sure you have some nice amount up there in those corners. Okay. So that was the foundation. Now I'm going to do a liquid, or I'm sorry, a powder, which is again a mineral powder for the blush. So I'm going to load up this is an old brush. I don't even know the name of it, but I had it at the spa. So I'm just going to go right here on the cheekbone, but remember, come up here and make a C over the cheekbone. Come up and make a C. A little kiss, okay? You can always go back and blend, okay? So now this is the translucent eminence. So again, pump it into the bristles, take the lid off, pop this thing down, and fluff it on. Close the lids, go over that. Fluff it on. Then you can look and see, okay, in the fluffing, did I not get this side as well as the other side? Just check it all out, balance it all out. Okay, so that was that. And then you can always take another brush and just really blend it. Just a big, sometimes I had like a kabuki brush, okay? So now, I'm going to use a toner because that helps to balance the pH in my skin. So there's that. Then I like to wipe the eyebrows and go back up into my hairline and make sure there's no line of demarcation. Go down along the chin. Okay, that's that. So after I do that, then I'm going to continue on and I'm going to do the eyebrows. So I'm going to really tell you today the proper way to shape your eyebrows. So you take, this is an orange wood stick, okay? So you take, or a pencil or pen, whatever you want to use. Take and lay it alongside the outside of the nostril up to the inside of the eye, and that is where your eyebrow should start. Over here, the point should be right up above the outside of your iris. The other day, I got that wrong. I said iris, then I said pupil. No, it is the iris right here. I'm sorry about that. So right there is where your peak should be. And then where you stop is you place that alongside the outside of the nostril to the outside of your eye on that angle, and that is where your brow should stop. Some never bring it down here, ladies, never, okay? So keep it right there and there. And then if you go and get waxing done, make sure that they keep this straight across here and they clean this out really a nice fine line. I know they can do waxing, and I used to use New Free wax at my spa, which New Free does not take skin. and you can reapply it, where normal waxing, you have to know the wax. You cannot reapply it. And when it comes to your eyebrows, or any waxing for that matter, the legs, bikini, whatever, underarm, you almost have to reapply, okay? But Nufree, Nufree, did not take a layer of skin, so it was organic. It was a liquid organic product. So, and then of course you want to come up here and make sure this line through here is just nice and cleaned off, okay? That's how you shape an eyebrow. Here to there to there. Okay, so my eyebrows are, I got eyebrows, but they're a little thin, so I'm going to take this, and this pencil is, again, not selling it, but here it is. What's it's called? Laura something. Maybe it's worn off now. It's a sculpting brow. You know what? I am so sorry, but this one I cannot tell you. Oh, a Tom Ford. Sorry, it's a Tom Ford. Okay. It's very hard to see because of it's almost worn off. So anyway, Tom Ford, this is a eyebrow pencil with a brush built in. So then I just go in here. I'm going to have to look over here to do this one because I have to. You want to make sure that this is straight across here, go up here to that point, and then come down. And remember where you're supposed to stop. Okay, and then do the same on the other side. Make sure they're even as far as the shape goes, and make sure that they are as far as the light or darkness of it goes. And like I said, I always like to stay on the upper side. It's kind of hard for me to see it this far back. I like to really look close up for that, but for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do that. So if they're not perfect, trust me, I'll fix them when I'm done with the video. So put that back on and see how this one has the brush on the back side, and just fluff them up. And that takes away a lot of the marks, but leaves the color. Take them up to the point and then down, okay? So there's that. Now, here's where I like to put my lipstick on, and this one is Jane Iredale. It's not a tube of lipstick. This is called, it's her lip fixation, and the shade is Devotion. So, and this is a stain, so it's going to stay on. So here we go. I'm going to tell you a couple tricks here, okay? If you noticed, I did not do that little Cupid thing. I kind of skimmed across that. It makes, if you don't have full lips, that kind of helps make your lips look a little larger. And then also, you know how like sometimes you may just do this with your lipstick? But if you ever see a picture and you say, oh my gosh, it didn't even go all the way. So what I do is I go down, but I'm really almost not inside, but I'm more to the inside than I am down along the side. So that way I made sure I got all the way back on the bottom lip and all the way down on the top lip. So just do this. See how I stayed? and you get it enough. Don't go on it, because then you're going to have these big lipstick lines out here, so don't do that, okay? Okay, that was it. Lip fixation, color devotion. Now I like to set my hair, my makeup. So this one is the Pore, P-O-R-E, Professional Super Setter. Okay, so again, just, I don't even take the pump all the way down. I just do little short pumps, and it's just, that's it. And I always keep going back and doing this stuff, you know, to make sure everything is all, no line of demarcation, okay? And then, what else? The only thing left are the eyes. Now, again, because of my age, and I'm not going anywhere, we might go out for dinner later, but I don't wear eyeshadow hardly anymore, okay? So I'm not even going to be doing eyeshadow. But what I will do is a little bit of a liner and mascara. But the liner, again, because of my age, I mean, we're talking mature skin here, ladies. So when I was younger, absolutely, I would go in here and I would do the top liner and all that. But at 76, I'm not going to do that. So I just take the pencil now, liner, and I just go in here, and I really need to be looking to where I can see. Make sure you don't have any of these little things in your eye. Make sure all that make sure all the highlighter is all cleaned out and everything. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go actually on the waterline at the top, but on the bottom it's just where the lashes come out. So here we go, and just go back and forth. Again, with me being this far back, I like to really be up close whenever I do this. So I'm going to look over here. So excuse me for a second, so I get a better picture. Now here's where I like to drag it and walk my way over, going this way. I don't go inward, I come outward. Okay? It just seems to go on better. And in the corner, I like to really make sure it's in the corner, and make sure you're down here in this corner as well. Okay? So let's do the other side. On the water line, just roll it back and forth on that water line. A little heavier back here in the corner, and then come out and just go right across. And remember, from the middle, start going backward. Go from, and just walk your way little by little across the bottom to there. Don't go in here. I don't. You do you. So then I like to clean this, okay? And then I'm going to look at them and make sure that they both look as dark as the other. Don't come up short. But, you know, sometimes when you're doing your videos, you worry more about the video than getting it completely the way it should be. So we can only try. And that one, that is Infallible by L'Oreal in black. And then, before I get too far along, before I put the mascara on, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this little highlight that I do. So I'm going to take a little bit, this makeup line here is called Trini London, and I love it, okay? And again, I don't sell it, but I should be. Look at this. She makes these so these things click on. This is a lipstick. Whoops. This lipstick I use sometimes too, so I'll just show you. Look. And you can use it as a blush too. Smooth it out. It's cream. It's a thicker cream. It's not a loose cream. But anyway, that's, and it's all in here. And now this is a highlighter. So I like to take this one and I like to go down the bridge to give you that nice little sheen. And then I like to come around here and do a little bit right in here and around here and a little bit here. And I carry it up there sometimes, not all the time. Again, it's like a recipe. You do it this way one day and you do it that way another day. Nothing's carved in stone. Don't worry, it's okay. And if I wanted to, look what else I can do. I could take my little finger, right? And I can go in here and I could do this. Look at that. Right? Just a little touch of color. And for me, what my take was on shadows, if I was going to wear a green dress, I'm not going to wear a green shadow just because I wear a green dress. I'm not going to wear a purple shadow because I wear a purple dress. That's not me. But what I will do is, everybody has these colors in your eyes, your veins, your surrounding your eyes, and that's like a mauvey, bluish, purple, taupey, you know. So that's what I always stuck with. Not to bring my dress up here on my eyes. No, that's not me. But again, you do you. It's okay. It is perfectly okay. So since I'm doing this, let's just do it. And the neat thing is, you can use your fingers or you can use a brush, whatever you want to do. That's all. Yeah, we are going out tonight, so. Now, later on, by the end of the time when we would be going out, I'm going to go back in here and I'm really going to accent these more because, you know, the night lights are dimmer, and so that everything shows up better if you put a little bit more on. As whenever I would do a bride or people in weddings, and you always put more on because you know some of it's going to wear off. So, okay, the only thing left, I'm going to spritz one more time with the setting, since I did those second. Okay. And before I completely finish and do the mascara, now I'm going to put my moisturizer on. So I'm going to do a drop of vitamin E oil, and I'll show you here in a minute, and some of my moisturizer, and I'm just going to mix the two together in my palm of my hand. And I'm just going to do this. You notice I'm not rubbing it. I'm just simply pressing it on. That's all I'm doing. That's it. See? That is it. So now I can move on to my mascara and finish up with the, oh, okay, before I get going here and forget to show you, this I get off of Amazon. This is a organic vitamin E oil. So if I ever have a Amazon store, that will definitely be in there. I put this on my body, my legs, my hands, my arms, my face, my hair. Sometimes if I want to take a nice warm bath, I'll even drop some in my bath water. I love this, and the scent is, ooh, so nice. So I think you ladies might like that, okay? And then I have so many moisturizers, ladies, so it's hard to even tell you what one, but everybody has their favorites, right? This one just happens to be, let's see here. This one is 7 Minerals Magnesium Cocoa Butter Cream, okay? And the oil, too. I rotate. I use vitamin E sometimes. I use a liquid I do use castor oil, too, sometimes. Not too much, though, on the face. I might do a little bit on my hand, and I press it on, like, maybe right before bedtime. Put it in my hair, you know, so... But I rotate between the vitamin E and coconut oil. So they're all great. okay? So lots of tips for you there, lots of choices. So this mascara now, I'm going to use two of them. This one is by Laura Geller, Geller, and it's black, the shade. And oh boy, I should have opened that before there we go, I got it. Some of them were a little hard. Sometimes I'm stronger than I realize. But the thing I like about this is, see the brush? I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can. But the brush is not shaped across like this. The brush goes down like a half moon. And on the other side, it curves like this. So it's like your eyelashes. So anyway, that's why I like this one too. So again, this is something that I really need to see up close. So forgive me if I don't get it on completely, because I really usually pull my big makeup mirror out and get really up there and see it. So, but the point is, I don't do the bottom lashes, I do in the corner. Again, it's only the age factor, and this is a tutorial for mature skin. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about being perfect. Do your best. And I always said, you know, being in the beauty industry, because some of the employees or some of the stylists might come in, and it was like two things I had, well, several things. I didn't like them wearing perfume because, you know, we were a spa, and, you know, people get offended sometimes by people's perfume. So in my industry, I felt like, you know, I did not wear perfume. I wanted my essential oils from the spa to be what the client would smell, and the fragrance that they could, and they always complimented how wonderful the aroma of the spa, and it truly was. That was my home away from home. I never looked at it like a job. I never felt like a boss. Just didn't. Anyway, so the second one is, this one is by Air Volume Mega Mascara Waterproof by L'Oreal. So this kind of helps the lashes stay a little strong, not completely, but one of my comments on my other video, the one lady reminded me and asked me if I ever used a lash primer, and it was like, oh my gosh, yes. I used to sell an eyelash primer, and I had forgotten all about it because it's been 6-7 years since I had the spa, and you know, you kind of get out of all the different products that you really had, and that one, I guess, fell by the wayside for me. Slipped out of my mind, but thank you, sweet lady, for reminding me of that. Which really what it did was it helped coat the lashes and made them seem longer. It was like a coating to put on your lashes. So that's it. That's it. Now, before I go into the hair, one of the other makeup, actually this was a finishing highlighter type thing, or setting powder is really what I want to say. But the thing I like about this is Make Up Forever Professional Paris is the name of this. And the shade is made in France, Ultra HD. The number is 2F03. 2F03. But the thing that really caught my attention with this was the cap. Believe it or not, the cap. And the cap goes over that hole. So you're not going to open up the lid and have half of the powder down in the cap. Look, it just doesn't happen. It stays. How smart was that of this company? See? Brilliant, in my opinion. And then they have a little screen, like a little tiny screen of fabric over that. So I thought that was kind of neat. So sometimes I use that. I'm not going to put it on now because I'm all done, but I just wanted to share that with you. So that was that. Now, so for this, let's see what happens. So this is what I do, people, okay? I take the clips out. See, these are the Lange, L-A-N-G-E clips. I take them all out. I didn't have to do a thing to this hair. I had no round brushing, no blow drying, no. But I want to tell you the little secret that I found out, what I did. So anyway, I just take it and let's see what happens. Because honestly, it's a mess half the time, and it still may be, and this video may get pitched if this doesn't come out right. It usually does. By the time I shimmy and shake it enough, all this starts to fall. And so I'm able to cope with it. And then you know what? If it's not, then I just take and pull it back and stick a clip in it, or stick it up on top of my head, you know. So I'll work with it. It's workable, but it's soft. That's what got me. So here's what I did. I'll work with that. I can get that to be manageable here. So now I can split this out, or I can just take and pull it over. Again, it's all workable. And I don't use a comb, because if I use a comb, it just goes into frizz then. So just pull it down. And when I get it to where I want it to be, I'll just take my spray and then I just hold it. This one kind of went wild on me. I'll have to work on that little stick out right there. That'll work. That was easy. Again, at this age, I'm looking for easy. That's all I want. I just want easy. This is a kimono that I used to have at my spa that all the clients would change into, because I always kind of treated my clients the way I would want to be treated. And when I would go in to get my hair done, I don't want to have my clothes on and have all that hair get all over my clothes. And so there we go. Put some earrings on, you know, I got some, but I got other ones too. But anyway, this was the extra bonus that I just found out this morning. I use, this guy is called Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G, and I really like his products. And so anyway, I use his shampoo and conditioner, and he has a couple of them, but this is the one I used this morning. But it was almost gone. It was probably just had about that much left. So I took my white apple cider vinegar, my white vinegar, and I filled the thing up with vinegar and shook it up and washed my hair with it. Then I had just a little bit of the conditioner left also, so I filled it up with white vinegar, shook it up, and it was my conditioner. Now, with this hair, I could never come out of the shower with any conditioner and be able to take my wet hair brush and brush through without tangles. But I did. But only because I added the vinegar to this, because I've used it before. And I could not do it. Even with this one, I still could not do it. But once I put the white vinegar, so you might want to try adding a little vinegar to your hair. Now, I thought, well, I'm going to rinse my hair with vinegar. But then I thought, no, that would be too strong. And no. So I thought, but wait a minute. I have just a little bit of the product left in these bottles. I'm just going to add it to that. That way it's not going to be running out and be super loose. And it worked. It worked. So now my hair is nice and soft. It feels like hair. And that's it. So I hope this helped you. And like I always say, make sure you're exfoliating and you want a nice glow. You want a nice glow. You don't want a greasy look. You want a nice, clean glow. And exfoliating helps you do that. The moisturizer, the oils, the setting spray, all of that. But, so that's it. I hope I helped you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Thanks for stopping by. You can stop by anytime, okay? So you have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you in one of my other videos. You take care. Bye.